I like to come here because it's kind of a place where I can just imagine that this is as it has always been.
I tend to use mindfulness with patients that I'm working with, and I find that being mindful, bringing myself fully into the treatment, into the present moment, enables me to respond better to them and also to, I think, give them a better treatment.
It's the one time when my brain isn't thinking about 1,000 million different things.
Yeah, I find physical repetitive tasks, building to a goal like a shiny shoe, help quieten my mind, lets my mind wander.
Well, I feel isolated, but it's a nice word. It's a nice feeling. It's feeling to be in my own bubble. Step out of the hurly-burly, hustle and bustle of everyday things, and just stop.
For me though, it's a place where I can just sort of get out of my day-to-days and just look at the water, because that doesn't change.
It makes me just sit and think and be alone with my thoughts without being suffocated by them. It's just an open space and I love it here.
I get to be myself. I get to explore my ideas without distraction, without any interruptions. The outside world does keep itself outside. And because this is very much the inside of my head, filled with entirely just my things, my space gives me a chance to sort of focus.
If there's something that's happened at work that I'm sort of like I feel strongly about, then I can be quite stressed.
I was introduced to the mindfulness practices and to also a yoga-related meditation practice called Yoga Nidra. And combination of the pair of them enabled me to break a lifelong habit of biting my fingernails.
Because I'm a bit of a worrier and a stress, and for my persona of being a happy-go-lucky chappy, I'm really not at times.
Life and things can get a bit hectic.
I started to notice that as I was walking to and from the station on my way to work, that I was carrying a lot of stress with me, that I was walking fast, that my body was tense, I was listening to music, and I was getting in the door and I was just really revved up.
I don't know quite how it happened because it wasn't something that was on my mind at all. I just started to notice that my fingernails were growing and I needed to file them down, and it was really strange. And since then, and that's now 3 years ago, I don't even have the desire anymore to bite my fingernails, so that habit has been completely broken due to the practice of mindfulness.
But just walking around, it mutes the sound, it doesn't block out the sound. So the world's still going on around me and I'm not part of it for a little while. I can take a step out and just do something I don't do often and relax.
And when I'm drawing, I guess it helps to kind of assimilate things. If I'm having any problems or anything, they sometimes feel a bit clearer when I'm not thinking directly about them, but I'm concentrating on something else.
I started to try and incorporate mindfulness into my commute from the station and back. And the fact that I have to walk along Rochester High Street is really, really calming for me. I get to feel the different textures of the paving slabs and the cobbles under my feet. On a Thursday, the bells are ringing in the cathedral, which is so nice, and I just try to soak it up and sort of let the inner peace really kind of ripple through me. And now I'm a lot more relaxed when I get home.
When I'm going about town and working and busy, or things are really sort of hectic in home or anything, I actually find myself thinking, it's okay, I'm going to get to the studio, I'm going to work on a project, I'm going to be inside my head, I can get through this, that'll be fine.
It makes me feel better. Makes me come to terms and with with problems, and I suppose allows me to make peace.
Concentrating on something and clearing your mind, or freeing your mind, or being creative, concentrating on what you're doing, it can just help ground you and balance you, I think.
Even though I can still hear the traffic and the trains, it's just something about being just in the grass and with all the birds, and you can hear the sound of the river. It just makes me feel both simultaneously like detached and part of the world. It's just a lovely place to be.